before I get started, I just want to let you know this is going to be my last video. For a while, I might make some later if I'm not too tired, but, I've been up since like 2 a.m., something like that. I couldn't sleep, unfortunately. So I'll probably, if I'm not too tired, I'll review more episodes later. But I think I need to get some sleep after this video, so I'll see you guys maybe in I'd say like a couple hours at least like 5 hours, 6 hours, something like that. Anyway, here will be reviewing the second episode in Gravity Falls. So starting. The episode starts in the morning at the Mystery Shack. Dipper and Mabel are eating breakfast and decide to have a syrup race with Mountain Man and Sir Syrup. Their ornaments with syrup bottles. Mabel taps the button, giving her an advantage, and she wins, but ends up coughing on the syrup. Dipper then reads a magazine called Wacky News and comes across an advertisement for a monster photo contest. An advertisement for human-sized hamster balls on the opposite page catches Mabel's eye. But Dipper tells her he was actually talking about the photo contest. He asked Mabel if they got any pictures of the gnomes from the previous episodes, but they did not. However, Mabel did say that she kept a piece of a gnome's beard. Stan walks in and says that it's family bonding day. Dipper asks if it's going to be like their last family bonding day, where he had to make them where he had them make counterfeit money, and they were sent to the county jail. Mabel recalls the cold jail cell and shivers. Stan admits he hasn't been the best summer caretaker, but he swears they will have real family fun today. He then exclaims joyfully that the kids will have to put on blindfolds and get into his car. They both cheer and throw up their hands, but then Dipper processes what Stan just said and says, "Wait, what?" in confusion. Dipper and Mabel are blindfolded in the back of Stan's car. Dipper says blindfolds never lead to anything good. Mabel feels like all her senses are heightened and that she can that she can see with her fingers. Then starts rubbing Dipper's face. Stan is driving recklessly, and Dipper asks him if he's wearing a blindfold too. He says he might as well be with his cataracts. Stan asks if the fence on the edge of the road is a woodpecker, and they barrel roll down a hill. They arrive at their location, and Stan tells them to take off their blindfolds. It's fishing season at Lake Gravity Falls, and the whole town is out. Dipper's suspicious and demands why Stan wants to bond with them all of a sudden. Stan says he's never had fishing buddies because the guys from the lodge don't like or trust him. Suddenly, old man McGucket runs past, telling everyone that he saw the Gravity Falls Gobblewonker again. This is when Blandon can be seen picking up a calculator to the right of the screen. He shows everyone that a boat has been broken in half, and he claims that the Gobblewonker did it, but he is ridiculed by the townspeople and his own son for it. Dipper realizes that if they can get a picture of the Gobblewonker, they can split the $1,000 photo contest prize money 50-50. Mabel fantasizes about what she could do around the hamster ball, smashes through the wall, and rolls away, chortling happily. Mabel then stops at a crosswalk and talks to the two 80s cartoon-style boys in a sports car opposite her, exclaiming that you can look but you can't touch. The boys' sunglasses fall off as they say awesome. Mabel then rolls away squeaking while techno music plays in the background. Mabel comes back to her senses and says she is 1,000,000% on board with Dipper's plan. Seuss pulls up and they say they can use this boat, the SS Cool Dude, for their monster hunt, and the twins ditch Stan and head off to Scuttlebutt Island. On their way to the island, Dipper gives Mabel and Seuss a quick lecture. He says the number one problem with monster hunting is camera trouble, so he's bought 17 disposable cameras. They soon lose 6 out of their 17 cameras. Afterwards, they decide that Dipper will be captain. Mabel will be co-captain, and Seuss will be associate co-captain. Mabel uses a pelican as a ventriloquist's dummy, then attempts to do so while drinking water, which he chokes on, scaring the pelican away. On the boat, Dipper says they'll lure the Gobblewonker with fish food in a barrel. Seuss asks for permission to taste the fish food. Dipper says permission granted. Mabel says permission granted. Permission associate co-granted, and licks the fish food. Seuss makes a face, and Mabel and Dipper start laughing. Seuss says, "Dude, I don't know what I expected that to taste like." Once they land on the island, they hear monster noises and rush to check it, while Seuss beatboxes Mabel's improvisational rap song. They believe they've spotted the Gobblewonker, but it turns out to be a colony of beavers that in their language say unusual, charming phrases. One of the beavers has a rusty chainsaw that, when bitten, makes the monster noises that the twins and Sue's heard earlier. Dipper then realizes that the rock he's sitting is actually the tail of the enormous Gobblewonker and gets ready to snap a picture, but the Gobblewonker then begins to chase them on dry land. They make it back to the boat, but they're still being chased in the water. Finally, they end up going through a waterfall into a cave. The Gobblewonker gets stuck in the cave hole, and Dipper begins taking pictures. A piece of the cave lands on the Gobblewonker, and Dipper notices that something is wrong when sparks fly out of the creature's joints. He knocks on the Gobblewonker and realizes that it is made of metal. They open the trapdoor, revealing Old Man McGucket. McGucket reveals he made it to get attention for his son, because when you get old, you have to go through a lot to spend quality time with your family. Old Man McGucket creates robots for revenge when he gets neglected. Dipper and Mabel then realize that they shouldn't have ditched Stan. They later meet up with him and apologize. They take some family photos and relax and enjoy the boat ride. The camera angle then goes underwater, and we see the actual Gobblewonker eating Dipper's last camera, proving that the creature is actually real. Once again, the end credits show Mabel imitating the pelican and telling a joke to Dipper, which annoys him. And that was Season 1, Episode 2. I think I can do all these in 6 minutes. I know it's a lot of text, but I'm doing these pretty quick. Okay, so when I thought of this episode, I liked it a lot. I'd give it at least a 4, maybe a 4.5 out of 5. It was definitely one of the best. It was definitely better than the last one, in my opinion. It's a pretty cool episode. I think the last one got better reviews, but honestly, I like this one better. Alright, I'll see you guys next time for Season 1, Episode 3, which I think is called, let me see really quick. It's called, sorry, just a second. Headhunters. Alright, I'll see you guys next time for that one. Bye.